Hello, Wisconsin fans and Big Ten fans and anybody that wanted to come on to watch this 2023 prediction of Wisconsin Badgers college football, gridiron football program. Now, as you may know, Luke Fickell is the new head coach of Wisconsin Badgers. Now, I believe that's a good fit. Luke Fickell's one heck of a coach. And this year, national champs, without a doubt. No, they're not going to go. They're not going to probably even win the Big Ten West. They might win the Big Ten West, but just stay towards the end of the video and you'll find out. Or just wait for the season to start. Whatever, you'll find out. But this is just a prediction, by the way. They open up with Buffalo, the Buffalo Bulls, and that should be a win. A comfortable win, but you never know with these MAC teams. They're pesky and they're feisty. So Buffalo is not too bad of a program. They're actually halfway decent. So they should win their first game. So Luke Fickell's tenure starts out for the win at Wisconsin. Then they play at Washington State, a team that they lost 17-14, I believe, last year. It was a close game. At least the score was close. I don't remember what. I didn't watch the game. But they lost last year, and they go to Pullman. It's always a tough place to play up there at Washington State. That's a tough one. I think Washington State will win. I think they'll go 1-1. I just don't see Wisconsin going on the road and beating the Cougars at Wazoo. I think at this point they're 1-1. They'll play Georgia Southern at home. I can't see them losing, and I think they win handily. They should beat Georgia Southern, but Georgia Southern knows how to. They're not a bad program. They've had lately haven't been that great. Georgia Southern, but they're good. But again, anytime you play a college team, you just got to be prepared for it. They'll win that game. They should. Pretty handily, I think, even more than Buffalo. I think this will be the largest margin of victory on when it comes to opponent this year is against Georgia Southern. And they play at Purdue. God, I think did Purdue beat Wisconsin last year? I'm not sure. But I think that Purdue will get beat. I think Wisconsin will beat Purdue to go 3-1. Rutgers, a team that they've had success with. Rutgers is not a slouch. They're really not. I mean, they might be one of the weakest Big Ten East teams, but they could probably play really competitive in the Big Ten West, considering there's Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Of those three teams, probably the only ones in the Big Ten East. But I'd say at this point they'll beat Rutgers. Greg Schiano's got, I think, that program turned around. I think he's going to turn it around like he did the first time, and it'll take a while. They'll be 4-1 this time. Then they play a tough Iowa program. Gosh. I think Iowa's offensive coordinator is the coach's son. Matt Ferentz. Kirk Ferentz's son, because I don't know who his son's first name, but anytime, and you know, funny about Iowa is they could probably be a little better if it wasn't for their offensive coordinator. I mean, I'll probably eat crow later on because it's just a prediction, and I'm not getting paid to do this like some individuals get paid. Again, I said that before in my predictions that this is free and not. But I think they'll find a way to beat Iowa, go 5-1. Then at Illinois might be a team, a dark horse in the Big Ten West. I think they return players to Illinois. I don't think they just, barring anything unforeseen, and they stay healthy. I think Illinois will probably win the Big Ten West. So I'm going to go with Illinois, and Wisconsin will find a way not to win at Illinois. In Illinois, they'll keep it close, and Illinois will pull out at the end, perhaps. At this point, it'll be 5-2. welcome in the mighty Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm sorry, Wisconsin fans. 5-3 at this point. Then they play Indiana, a team that they can. I think the last time they played, they lost. That was against the COVID season. But they should find a way to win at Indiana. It'll be a close game, or a back and forth game, because they just got destroyed. My prediction is they'll get destroyed against Ohio State. And then it'll be at Indiana. Could be a low scoring. It could be a snow game. Who knows? Or a cold game. Who knows? And they'll find a way to beat Indiana, but they'll pull away late, win by 2 touchdowns. Again, prediction. Play home against Northwestern. Northwestern's a struggling program. But Northwestern, it's one thing about Pat Fitzgerald's squad. They could be good, they could be bad the year before, and they're gonna turn it around next year. And that might be a really trap game, but I think Luke Fickell is a good coach. He'll have his squad ready, and they'll beat Northwestern. They should be able to beat Nebraska at home. Nebraska, again, I just made a video on them. Matt Rule coaching them, and they should beat Nebraska. So at this point, they are, and a prediction, by the way, it's just prediction at this point. 7-3, 8-3 at this point, going into Minnesota. I think the Gophers beat them last year, and I foresee Minnesota beating them again. 8-4. I think Minnesota. I think the Big Ten West will go through between Illinois and Minnesota, and I think Illinois will represent the Big Ten West in the Big Ten title game at Lucas Oil Field in Indianapolis. So at this point, they will not represent the Big Ten West. As my prediction, be 8-4. They'll get into a bowl game and they'll win and go 9-4. So, yes, again, a prediction. So it's not set in stone. Do I think they'll go undefeated? No. Do I think they'll go defeated? No. No way. I would hope not. I like Luke Fickell at Wisconsin as a hire. Luke Fickell, great hire for Wisconsin. So I think, 8-4 and get to a bowl game and win a bowl game. Not a terrible first year. I mean, if by a prediction, I think it's pretty good. Again, it's hard to win in college football. It's really it's probably more competitive. I don't want to say that about the NFL. It seems like college football is just way more competitive, even though there's more parity in the NFL because you just don't know. I mean, from the standpoint of a team might pop up, and that happens in college. And it just seems like in college, it's year after year, it's Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State, and lately Michigan and Clemson. But yeah, anyway, thank you for stopping by the channel.